Okay, welcome back to part 9. We're going to crack right on with it. We're going to go not to Londo, as I promised. We're going to do some other things first to try and help out this character a bit who's been... Well, what you will have noticed was at Sen's Fortress there was a definite difficulty spike. Just like Quelaag was the first really difficult boss. Sen's Fortress is the first really difficult area. And what we're seeing really are the limitations of this character and my play, to be completely brutally honest. And there's some things I'd like to do. I'd like to develop the ability to get more than 10 Estus flasks, which for one of the upcoming boss fights will be extremely useful. And I'd like to be able to upgrade my Boulder Side Sword. And I'd like to be able to upgrade it past plus 10. So there's two things I want to do. One of which is kill Pinwheel for the right of kindling. And the second of which is show you how to get the very large Ember and a grinding run, which is in the same place. So we're going to head back to Firelink Shrine. And the good news is, because we've got the key over there to this cage, that will not take an inordinate amount of time. He often drops a Titanite shard, which is a good thing. There is also an item down there which you can get. You have to screw up the jump. And there's also a dude down there. Tricky to kill dude. He won't do you much good though. So we'll take the shortcut and you can see that. Be ready to flee at the bottom of this shortcut. It deposits us in a position which is perhaps not ideal. Oh, hello. Yeah, run. I hope these blades do for him. He's significantly paused. Run through here. Have a jump, why not? We're not in an ideal position. That'll do. So fortunately it's not too far back yet. It's a long run from Londo, which is why I've elected to do it now. I also want to absolve my sin before I get to Londo, because I've royally pissed off Onion Bro. And that's going to take a few souls. Yeah, quite a few souls. So I need to get those souls. Let's hit these people so you can see how hard the Zwei hits. 111. Yeah, you can't even tell. The first hit, which is normally about a tenth of the damage, just completely rakes them. And so first off, we're going to take on Pinwheel. Pinwheel is kind of a joke boss. He's in the catacombs. But the catacombs certainly aren't a joke. For a number of reasons. I'm going to try and take a shortcut, but I'm not actually taking it before. So we're going to see how it goes. Shiwame. And the catacombs lie in this direction. This dude. Yeah. We'll just leave him there for now, shall we? He's got things to say, but I'm not interested in them. For reasons I shall go into at a later point. So just going to bypass all of this nonsense. Oh, I got the wrong way. Interesting. Well, I've made this more difficult than it needs to be. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm trapped. Okay. That's what happens when you take the wrong route. Let's try that again, shall we? Humanity. So I always knew, as with the Zwei in this configuration, I am pretty much a glass cannon at this point. We may need to have a think about that before we get the very large Ember, but I may need to think about it in the catacombs too, to be fair. Okay, down here. Dear oh dear. Shocking. Now, what could possibly go wrong about this? Looks not at all forbidding, I'm sure you'll agree. Forbidding and foreboding. Run. Lots of things in here to kill you. Gotta go down here to open up the gate. Watch out for the fire dude. Sometimes he will immediately cast that at you. God damn. Good news is they don't respawn. I like that, but I'm not going to rest at it. Oh dear, I need to open the gate. I need to open the gate, that's why I came down here. Push the lever, and the gate will open. The reason I'm not going to rest at the bonfire is because I want a homewards burn out of this. And that really is pretty lazy. Someone just killed themselves, that's very convenient. He's rolled, that's good. And there's the shortcut. That's unfortunate. So you see the shortcut. I wasn't expecting the skull. Okay. I need to sort out my humanity again. Okay, cool. So, 2 deaths so far. Things are going well. Fortunately, that gate will now be open. And I don't have to kill that sorcerer. So already I'm doing better. things can only get better in the catacombs because of how they start off, and there's all these necromancer-y dudes raising the skeletons. You can't kill the skeletons until you kill the necromancer. But the necromancers don't respawn, so the situation only gets better over time if you're struggling in there. I'm really sort of taking the piss out of it and trying to not use the bonfires they're giving me, speedrun the whole fucking thing. Just to crack on through and get what I want done. They're not going to follow you in here. At least they never have with me. That went well. Buys me a little time. And time is what I need. Where's the drop down here? See, that's the skull that got me last time. Ah. Got it. I'm gonna summon Paladin Leroy as well. And then we got to deal with... Ah, god damn it. The nonsense down here. These are Pinwheel skeletons, and they will ruin your day fairly quickly. Hopefully Paladin Leroy will get his ass in here sometime soon. He might not. I'm not too fussed. But here's Pinwheel. Thing to do with Pinwheel is run at him. Don't take any of his nonsense. Get in there hard and fast. That's the general plan anyway. He hasn't got a lot of health. But the longer you drag it on with him, the more bullshit he pulls out of the bag. As you see, he is immediately pulling bullshit out of the bag. What I don't need are 2 Pinwheels. Ah, Leroy's in. Cool. And that is that. And so what we get there is, by the right of kindling, you may now kindle beyond the normal limit. And that's fantastic. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted down here. I'll take those homeward bones. I'll take that as well. Mask of the Mother. Yeah. Who wants Mask of the Mother? Everyone wants Mask of the Father. So, HP boost. Which I can't really tell about. Yeah, there we go. Nearly 100 HP boost. That's not a bad HP boost, but I don't need it. So let's homeward bone out of here. Return to the bonfire up at the top. And I'm going to kindle up this bonfire. There is no bonfire near the very large Ember. So I'm going to get all the flasks I can now, as it is a bullshit area. Also, I'm almost certain to die down here, so I'm going to use these souls now. Another 2 would have been useful, I have to say. Oh well. In fact, I wonder if I have enough. No, I need to pop a soul. Okay, I'm going to pop the butterfly. I'm not going to use the butterfly's shield. God damn. Look at that. So another 2,000 souls, basically. Cool. And the reason I've done that is I can now one-hand my Zweihander, which means I can also equip a shield. That's perfect. I'm going to need a shield, because I'm going up against some pretty nasty enemies down by the very large Ember. Death is very likely. But it's also a fantastic grinding run. So I'll show you this now. I'll send this back up. Great. Aggroed him. Try not to do that again. So these are what we're heading down to, is the ruins in New Londo. And in the ruins in New Londo we're going to find ghosts. I'll make sure I've got... Yeah, I've got my serpent ring on. And we can't hit ghosts without an item called Transient Curses. Okay, cool. There's 2 there for free. You can also buy them from various merchants. I think the Hag in the Sewers sells them. And if you got the gold serpent ring, then you're probably going to be okay. Let's see how we hit. 1 shot is good. 1 shot works for me. That's the nonsense you got to put up with. Not quite a 1 shot. There's another 2 over here. And there's a very valuable item over across this bridge, which some people get right in the early game, although it's suicidal. There we go. So that will give us another heal on our... That'll take us to an Estus Flask +2. You've got to watch out for the camera there. The camera can kill you. It gets caught in the scenery. My strong advice, if you don't know, is to turn auto wall recovery, camera auto wall recovery off, because it will kill you in several different places. Okay, so I've got the Firekeeper Soul. That's a good start. I'll run up here. The problem isn't the grinding run here, the problem is something else. There's a very nasty situation that occurs. What you're going to find is knowing where you're going and how the spawns happen in this area will definitely benefit you. She's gonna eat me. So let's reset that situation slightly. I don't like how that's going at all. Now it's more my kind of scene. Two transient curses. As long as you get more transient curses on a run than you use, you're doing alright. Death will happen down here, so it's best just to sort of deal with that and move on. There's a... you can just see that there, there's an enemy in the wall. The parrying dagger, that's a cool item. You can use that instead of a shield. It gives you a bigger window on being able to parry your opponent, but obviously downside is that if you screw it up, you take a lot more damage. Jagged Ghostblade, that's pretty rare. That is a weapon that is S-classing or can be in Dex. More transient curses. It will hit the enemies without transient curses down here. So a utility weapon, but it has really, really short range. You know that enemy screamed right before I hit her? That is a bit like the Trident character in the church and by the Gaping Dragon. And she will buff the ghosts that are nearby, which is not great. Believe me, it's not great. I'll take that soul item. I'm also going to kick down this ladder. And in the end, that will form part of a shortcut. Try and get rid of all this nonsense. You are limited to whether they actually decide to come out to play, of course. And this one has. Perfect. And the reason that's important is because we're going into a nasty area. Really nasty area. This is the area where I'm worried I will die. And it's more a case of I will die, if that makes sense. Perhaps should have upgraded my survive before I came here. Sometimes you can call them out. Yeah, look, they're coming out the wire. My transient curse wore off. Perfect timing. That's 2 down. Heal up. This is where it will all go immensely fucked up. That was fortunate. That went pretty well. But we're not nearly done yet. Gonna try and kill as many of the ghosts that are in here as I possibly can. You hear that? Screaming as well. And fundamentally, they are wrecking my shit. I need to heal. And the problem is they can come through walls. Really? So even if... Yeah, still coming for me. Even if I kill all the ones I can see, I can at any point be ambushed in here. And it can all go wrong. This room is the room I'm trying to get into, but you can see for yourself that's not great. Take that opportunity. I think it's just her in there now, at least. That's not very helpful. Yeah, dead. Unlucky. She's the problem with the whole situation. You can speedrun through, but the chances are you'll die. So we need to try and do that again. There is no near a bonfire. And I'm not going to go human here, there's no point. Be sure to send the elevator back up. Jump over. Try not to aggro him. It won't do you any favours. And Zweihander is not a bad choice of weapon here, because of the reach it has. Really. Has this big sweeping effect, so I catch things and it does good damage. It would be better if I was one-shotting the ghosts with the sweeping attack. Considerably better. The R1 attack, that is. The I one-shot them with the R2, but the R2 just does that overhead slam. No, didn't drop anything. Good, good. So I opened up a shortcut over there, but I don't think... Well, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I killed that either way. Let's have a little look. Ah, yeah, I think I can actually. So this is the shortcut I opened up. And that's better than running through the area all over again. I'll try and lure this, the one that's up there, down. Perfect. Well, if I hit her. And there's also the ones on the floor. Apparently they don't want to come out to play today. Okay. So I'll heal up my damage again. And hope for better luck this time. Nice touch. Thanks for that. I don't think I'll be able to get that. No. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to get that. I don't need it either. Oh. Thank you, Wolfering. Heal that up. Ah, now they're out. Come on. Come down here. Munchy munch. Time to back out of this. Buy myself a few seconds and heal up. That's not ideal. Dead. I'll try clearing out the bottom first. I never said it would be easy. We're trying to access a high level resource earlier on in the game. We can bum rush the area I'm trying to get to the ladder, but we'll probably die. I always like to pop the curse there. There's a gap in the ladder. Okay. Not a ladder. There's a gap in the platform. One of the poles sticks out a little bit further. And I like to pop my transient curse at that point because I know it's safe. So I'm going to ignore those ghosts this time and just come straight on down. Ignore all these ghosts because this time I'm going to try and clear out the bottom floor. I'm not going to be able to get to any of that. It doesn't matter. There's nothing there I need. So I'm going to run on down here. In the hope I have different fortunes. Keep your shield up. Behind me. You see the problem. So that's what happens if you try and clear out the bottom floor. And now I'll show you what happens if you just try and get to the ladder. But we are going to do this. And this is one of the things you have to understand about Dark Souls. You have to be persistent. The game will not go your way every time. And if you try and do things... Whoops. If you try and do things out of order, or make silly little mistakes, then you die. It's just part of the game. We could try to switch our weapon, but I don't think it will actually make a huge difference in this case. So what have we got? curved great swords. I'll show you that, just for a laugh. Really, really slow R1, but there's a massive delay. Not great damage. Ricard's rapier, not going to help us. Boulder isn't upgraded. It certainly has the moveset and the reach for this situation, but it just doesn't do the damage yet. Our longsword +7. Are we going to go back to our longsword +7? Well, possibly. Let's give it a go to start with, at least. See how it feels. Anyway, we're going to try and bum rush the... And what I will be able to do with my longsword +7 is put some more kit on. So the problem here is that I just don't hit that hard anymore. Could be workable. Depends if 2 1 R1s. No, it needs 3. So that is not going to be great. Certainly I'm going to be a lot more mobile. But I think I will struggle for lack of damage. We'll give it a go. So this time I'm just going to try and bum rush what I'm going for. Now, it may look like I've got it, but there's still plenty of opportunity for me to die. Nearly. Oh my god, I made it. Heal up. They won't chase me up here, and I only need to do this bullshit area once. Okay, this is a guy called Ingward.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't get many visitors. Except for ghosts. Do you have some business here?
None is
My
today.
name is Inward. I'm an old man, bound to these parts.
Yes, you are.
To chat. I may even be of some help.
So he will break curse. He will sell you transient curses if you're running low. And resist curse as well. So this guy's all about the curse.
I watch over the 4 kings, the masters of the dark wraiths. The dark wraiths are the enemies of man, and any living thing that has a soul. They were born in New Londo, and that is where they perished. The entire city was sacrificed to contain them, for that is how great a threat they were.
And there's a lot I want to talk about with the Dark Wraiths and the 4 Kings and New Londo.
I am the god that they for that.
But today we are going to have to do something which may be a bit morally dubious. Maybe.
You are...
Because I need that. Forgive me, my countrymen. Put it like this. Ingrid may be guarding the seal to keep a great evil in, but that doesn't mean that he's a good dude. Not a good dude at all, in my book. Alright, now we're almost certainly going to die. But we'll give it a go. Mid-roll my way to safety. Incredible. I might actually make it. Okay. I think I'm through. So, look at all that. That's the clusterfuck that killed us and killed us and killed us. We're going to run away from that. I'm just going to do exactly what I need to do here. And the good news is we won't have to come back to this area. So, just in case they're still following me, I'm immediately going to... I don't think they will be. I'm going to get what I need done. Which is this. And you can absolutely do all this straight away, right at the start of the game. There's nothing stopping you doing it, if you're good enough. Ugh. God damn. Still alive. Incredible. I assumed I'd be dead there. I am going to need to heal that up though. And this is really our grinding run, although we're coming at it from a different direction. I'm going to jump up here. There's an item I would like. I'll pop a transient curse in case that ghost is still here. And this is where we just were, if you're wondering. We came in here, pegged it down there and opened up the seal. But out here, that used to be the connection. Look, there's dragons down there. That used to be the connection between Londo and New Londo. Two seconds. Sorry about that. So we picked up the composite bow there. This is a very good bow. Requires more strength than standard bows, however its range is shorter, making it unfit for sniping, but it does hit a lot harder than the short bow. So let's crack on with our grinding run. And these are the dark rays that Ingrid was talking about. And these are a fantastic resource, especially if you're wearing your serpent ring. But they're also extremely dangerous. The other is really, we want to backstab them. And then get that hitting. And they have a good drop rate. They'll drop all sorts of bits and pieces for you, but probably the most important thing that they'll drop is titanite slabs. But be very careful because they will kill you very quickly. They're also in some bullshit positions. And so this is your grinding run for Titanite slabs. If you don't want to kill bosses, or you need more than you can get from just the one boss, then this is where you come to get it. There's other ways to get Titanite slabs. You can stagger them, as you see with the survive. I wouldn't recommend parrying them. Wait until they do something like that. That gives you an opportunity to get in behind them. And you can smack them around a bit. You also notice that they drop 1,200 souls, which is very good. This could be a problematic area because there's a one-off spawn in here. A nasty one-off spawn like that. Try and sneak up on this dude, it'll probably go wrong. I'll get the backstabbing. Not great. There's the problem. So I'm going to run away. Saved by the steps, he went over my head. And the big problem is that there's still a dark wraith in here. Now you see this guy, he will start firing off the skeletons. Where we got knocked off the edge while we're going for a shortcut in the catacombs. He's not a huge problem on his own, although he's got quite a lot of health. But if I stay in close, there's not really a lot he can do. What I'm really worried about is the other dark wraith at the back of the room. Okay, he's gone for good. I think... no, he's going to be in here. Right in here. There we go. So they'll try and shield break you. Just keep your shield up. If his hand starts flying, get away. But it's an opportunity to get around behind them. And they drop Titanite chunks. That's what you're going to get a lot of down here. Which is the upgrade material after you go past +10. Which is exactly what we are going to do. Bit of humanity. And you see that the souls really start adding up on this grinding run. So it makes a fantastic way of getting souls quickly, which we need because of my desire to get rid of my sin with the onion bro. Who I never meant to hit in the first place. But my Zwei takes out everything. And up here, right around this corner, is the item we came here for. Which is the very large Ember. And that will allow me to +15 my weapons. And do a lot more damage. And for the area that we're going to, and Londo, that's going to be extremely valuable to us. It allowed me to upgrade my Zwei and my Boulder Side Sword. And then I'll kind of have the right weapon for the situation. Pretty much whatever that situation is. If I need speed, I can go for the Boulder Side Sword and do really good damage. If I need just pure out and out damage, I've got my Zwei. I'll show you the rest of the grinding run. It's basically a big loop. I might get a few more chunks in the process. If you miss, get out of it. You don't want to get hit by these guys. They are extremely dangerous. They're quite capable of two-shotting you. If your timing is right, then you can hit them as they're getting up. But it's important that you try and get the impact to be after they finish getting up. Oh. So that's a hidden gate. And in here there is another dude. So they're not the quickest, these dark wraiths. That's the one advantage you have over them, really. This will be another chunk. So if we take a look, we're kind of racking up the chunks. I need another 2 large titanite shards and another 4 chunks to be able to go to plus 14. With a weapon. There's 9 of each. In here is another problem area. A proper transient curse. Because ghosts will attack. I definitely want them. See how hard he hit me there. Okay. I'll get this fight back under control now. Around here there's a little secret bit. Some more soul items. And this is part of the run in here, but the problem, what I'm worried about is that there's another one of these slime dudes, and definitely at least one more knight. So I want to get the knight's attention and ignore the slime dude for now. As there may also still be a ghost in there. But because of the way I did the area, the ghost might not be there. So we just keep on taking out these dark wraiths, keep on picking up the chunks. Oh, he dropped Dark Hand. That allows us to steal humanity off NPCs. Fantastic item. I'm in trouble there if he decides to attack. There's another skull thing up there. Okay. And that's useful to know. The spear goes over my head. That was a ghost there. He's at our skull. I need to get away. $5,000 souls for killing him. That's all very good. Another skull at the end. And a chest over here. They are trying to make you go for the chest and then you get killed by the Dark Wraith. So that's chunks for me. There is a Dark Wraith in this corner here. Another Dark Hand. They're dropping like flies. That mist there is the way into a boss fight. You can, if you're good enough, hit him there with a plunging attack. And this is, I think, pretty much the last Dark Wraith on the circuit. Cracked red eye orb, invasion item. So those are the steps we went into. And that is the complete loop. We are back where we started. That's where the ghost knocked us off and we fell down. I'm going to homeward bone out of this. And if you want souls, or if you want Titanite chunks, then pretty much that's where you go. Rest up. And we'll head off to see the blacksmith now. And the annoyance of it is, I think we're still actually going to be one shard short. One large Titanite shard short. Which we can now buy, but we're nowhere near on the point of buying it without a stupid jump. Yeah, I think we are one short.
That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that.
Yeah, we'll give you that, Andre.
Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
Well, we'll go as far as we can. One's charge short. That's annoying. What I'll do, I will take the weapons smith box. No, actually I can't be bothered.
Don't get yourself killed.
I will go and absolve my sins, because that's a price I'm just going to have to pay. And then we'll wrap up the episode there. This isn't going to be cheap because I'm level 45. As you increase in level, absolving your sins becomes progressively more expensive. Sadly. Doing a good job of tanking those hits. But I'm still going to win. I think I'm asking a little much of the Wolfring to poise me through that. So on we go. Gonna need, I think, 45,000 souls, but we'll check. Either way, I'm going to spend them. May not be enough. Well, we'll see.
Greetings, and welcome back. I am pleased to see the preserving my humanity.
Yeah, it could be worse. And hopefully that will resolve my issues with the Onion Bro. We shall find out. I almost burn out of that again. Okay, so that is the Titanite chunk and Titanite slab grinding run. We've increased our ability to kindle up bonfires. We've got the very large Ember, so I will be able to go to plus 14 or 15 on any weapons I pick up. And we're going to leave it for there today. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what, we'll start boosting up our Boulder Side Sword. We can take it to +5 here. Quite comfortably.
Well,
Start seeing how that scales up. I'll get 9. I'll hold 3, so I'll take 6. And I'll reinforce weapon. There it is. Fantastic.
don't get yourself killed.
Let's take a look at that. Our Zweihander is a little bit of an unfair comparison, but if we compare it to our longsword, not a dissimilar weapon, it does 136 per hit, and that is 120 at +5, but has considerably better reach and range, and you'll find that it's an altogether better weapon. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.